So day 3 is actually going to have 3 different videos. One is going to be the math portion of the classwork. This is going to be the construction portion of the classwork. And then I'm going to make another video regarding a few of the problems of the homework. We previously learned we look at angle relationships to see if we can prove lines are parallel. So that was 1A through E. Number 2 was all about using angle relationships to find measurement of angle in order to prove lines are parallel. This one is using constructions to create parallel lines. In this case, what we want to do is we want to use the corresponding angle postulate to create a parallel line. So corresponding angles are, again, angles that happen to be on the same side of parallel lines and the same side of the transversal. So to the right of the transversal and up above the lines, or to the left of the transversal, up above the lines, etc., etc. So in order to create a parallel line, what I need to do is I need to have a transversal. And a transversal is just a line that is going to run through point C and through the line. So I'm going to extend this a little further through point C, so that way there we're good. So you can draw the transversal as steep or as shallow as you want, as long as it runs through point C and it cuts through the line. And constructions always use a compass, and ultimately what we're really doing is we are copying an angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the angle from C to our vertex over to B. And to copy an angle, we have the point of intersection, the vertex, down here where our two lines cross, and I'm going to open up my pencil however far I want, and I'm just going to make a swoop there. So now I have a distance. So what we end up doing is we end up basically copying what we do. So I made a swoop here at our vertex, so I need to make a swoop up here at our vertex, and the vertex here will be point C. So we now have a swoop. We intersected our vertex, our transversal down here. We intersected our transversal up here. Now what we need to do is we need to measure across the angle. So bullseye will go on the intersection on the transversal, and I'm going to open up the pencil so it hits the intersecting spot at line AB. And once you're happy here, we're going to do the same thing. So my bullseye is on the intersecting part of our arc on the transversal. So I'm going to move my bullseye up to the intersecting part on the transversal up here. And I'm going to make a swoop there. And now we have a fancy looking X. So again, X marks the spot. So I'm going to draw a line through point C that runs through the X. And again, sensor on the computer is a little off, but this line will be running through here, and we have now created a line parallel to line AB in this case. And this is corresponding. So notice my angle that I used, this angle right here, is the same measure as the angle up here. So same side of lines to the right of the transversal and up above our lines. Now the next problem is using alternate interior angles. So alternate interior angles are on opposite side of the transversal, and they are inside our parallel lines. So this one's going to take a little finagling, but again, just like before, we're going to draw a line through point C and through our intersecting and through our line AB. And again, all we're really doing is copying. So alternate interior angles. So I'm going to put my bullseye end on the intersecting spot on our line. And I'm going to open up the pencil to how far I want. I'm going to make a mark. So before we put it on the same side of the line, but this time we want to put it on opposite side. So here we put it on the, if I were to look at my two lines here, I put it on the top right section. So this means my mark has to be on the bottom left. And just like before, I'm going to measure across, so my bullseye will go on the intersecting spot of my arc, and the pencil will go on the intersecting point of AB. And I can make a little mark just to make sure we're good. And again, I'm going to put my bullseye on the arc where I intersect at the transversal. And then once I'm happy, I'll mark it where I'll open it up, I'll put the bullseye, I'll leave the pencil, and I mark it so I have a nice intersecting spot. And again, get the ruler portion out and draw a line through that fancy looking X, through point C, and we have now created a line that is parallel to line AB using alternate interior angles.